My name is Doreen Sullivan. I own a company called Post No Bills. I do advertising, marketing, branding, trending, PR, and I want to talk to you about your style guide and your own brands and your businesses and help you expand your palette so that you can make this easier, because so often we think that because we have a logo and a tagline and a Pantone color, we're done. And we're not. We haven't even touched the surface. And I akin this to fishing, because my goal is to slow down, enjoy life, and become an expert fisherwoman. Now, I don't know how that's going to fit into my niches, but I'm determined to catch a fish, because I just moved to Charleston. I'm from LA. I lived in New York. I got to South Carolina from a man. Long story, blah, blah, blah. Been here forever. And now that I moved to Charleston, there's water everywhere. And I decided my passion was going to be that I want to catch a fish. I want to learn how to prep the fish, not just throw it on the grill, prep it. This is bad, this is good, this is a bone, it's going to choke you, it's going to kill you. And then I want to make these gourmet meals for my friends to come over to my house. So I figure, that's a great objective. But I don't know how to fish, and I am trying to learn. And as I was working on this speech, I'm branding is just like fishing. Just because you have a logo, that's like me with my, I got my pole in the water. I don't have the right bait. I don't know how deep I'm supposed to go. I don't know if it's a 2-pound or a 3-pound or a 1-pound. Do I drag the bottom? Do I put it in the river? Is the tide high? Is the tide low? I'm literally begging men in strange bathing suits in the ocean to teach me how to catch a frickin' fish. So, okay, I almost gave it up last year. At the end of the year, I threw my pole away. I left it at the corner of the island. But then with New Year's Eve, I'm I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn how to fish this year. Today, your brand needs to be everywhere. It needs to be in your merchandise. It needs to be in your environmental decor. That is how your brand is brought to an event. Everything you see here for this conference is environmental decor. That's what I do for clients like ESPN. I become their environmental decor agency. I didn't even apply for that. They put me in that category, and it's kind of fun. And I'll show you some examples. But your invoices, your stationery, your faxes if you still use them, your websites, your signatures, your templates, your social media presence, all of this is your logo, right? And your logo's got to fit into all these things. And the problem is we don't think this through when we start designing our logos. So what happens is we have too much work to do already, and we just wind up giving the same logo to the same person or a different form of advertising, and then we're going nowhere with it. You need copy and you need visuals. Okay, you need logos, and think about, and this is how Disney does it. Think about Winnie the Pooh. Right? So you see Winnie the Pooh, but sure enough, there's Tigger, there's Eeyore, there's a Pooh Pot. Your logo, your company is Winnie the Pooh. But all these other things are your Eeyores. So what is it? And what happens is if you don't expand your style guide, you're going to get stuck repeating your logo or repeating your copy. Or when you do a template and you need something to highlight those bullet points, you need those little pots, There's your little honey pot, boom, 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 boom. So it's about that expansion so you can really have something to work with. This is the problem, and what a lot of people do is they don't think about their brand all the way through in the beginning. So it's meat and 2 sides. Well, sure enough, then you get fish on your menu. What did you do? Where are you going to stick that fish? You're just going to throw it up there? So you've got to think about your brand early on so that you have this amazing palette to work with, so this stuff becomes easy so you can advertise. And now in the world of mobile advertising, as we all know, which we all are living by, we don't even sleep anymore, we just whatever we're doing, we are getting more and more pictures. So photography is another tremendous asset to your brand. What do your target markets look like? What does your company look like? My company's tagline is creativity in motion. Go figure, right? So anything that has motion to it is a strong visual for me. So when I look at my style guide, I have photography, especially if I'm using myself, of me moving, of me going. It makes sense. Your brand should feel so much like you that every time you see it, you go, that's me. And I think about it in terms of a funnel. So everything about you goes in that funnel. Your style, your targets, your passion, what you're talking about. Your history, what matters to you. You have to feel it in your gut. If you fill up that funnel, your brand will come out in a perfect drop of the perfect brand. That's how I create for my clients. I don't just go, oh, I'm a creative agency, I got this brilliant mind, and boom, here it is. I have to fill up that funnel. I gotta look at the competition. I gotta look at what people are saying. I gotta look at what's trending. I gotta figure out what's going in that funnel. That's what we have to do with our brand.